Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Emerging Leader Program virtual potluck. My name is Joshua Moon, and let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so again, my name is Joshua Moon. I'm from the South, so I figured I would bring a nice Southern dish, which is the Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Fairly easy. We have some listed ingredients. Pretty common: buttermilk, hot sauce, all-purpose flour, cornstarch, salt, paprika, cayenne pepper, black pepper, garlic powder, vegetable oil, and chili powder. And of course, I'll give measurements as we go. So first step, you're going to combine your wash and your flour to bread. By doing that, you're going to combine 2 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and salt, 1 tablespoon paprika, 2 teaspoons cayenne pepper, black pepper, garlic powder. And then your wash is going to consist of 2 cups buttermilk and 1/3 cup hot sauce. To bread, we're going to do what's called a double dredge. You're going to take the chicken, put it in your wash, then go to your flour, and then you're actually going to do that twice. So once you're done with the flour, you're going to put it in your wash, and then as you see to the far right, that's basically your end product. Next step, prep your oil. Typically, you want around 275 to 300 degrees. This is a cast iron skillet. Any pan will work really, but you're going to fill it up about halfway. Don't get it too hot, of course. And then throw your chicken. I suggest 6 to 8 minutes on each side. And then we're going to prepare the sauce, which consists of 1/3 cup cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons dark brown sugar, chili powder, teaspoon, another teaspoon of garlic powder, and paprika. And then once your oil cools, you're going to ladle about 1.5 cups of it into your other ingredients, and then stir that. Probably put it on like a simmer, so all the ingredients can combine and liquefy. And then that's it. You're going to take your chicken, just drown it in the sauce, and then put it on bread. A lot of people like to dress this with a tomato, lettuce, or dill pickles. I pretty much just eat it plain. Yeah, that concludes my presentation. And now I'm going to send it over to my friend Naomi.
I think I have all those ingredients in my cupboard. So
yeah,
I may dabble with that this week.
Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Naomi. I'm from the Republic of Congo. So today I'm going to present an African street food recipe. I see like I've made this for my roommates before and they really liked it, so. Next please. So first the ingredients. First of all, you're gonna want 4 very ripe banana. I put a picture right there. As you can see, you want your bananas to be this ripe or even more, almost to the point where like you're not sure if you can eat them still. That's when like they're perfect. You want a cup of flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of something. My bad. 1 teaspoon of baker's yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of warm water. I'm trying to figure out what is the thing that I did not put in. I don't think it's important, I guess. So next, please. Okay, so for your instructions, first, in a small bowl, you want to take that baker's yeast and dilute it in the water in a separate small bowl, because if you know baker's yeast, it's like small and grainy. You want it to like become almost like a liquid. Then you put the bananas in a large bowl and mush them together as much as you can with a fork. And you want to end up with a kind of like banana paste. Next, you add the sugar, the salt, and the vanilla to the banana paste, and you mix very well. Then you add the flour to the mixture. And the thing is, you want to use your hands. So make sure you wash your hands, folks. And you want to use your hands and really like get in there with your hands to mix everything together. And then you add the yeast that's diluted in the water and mix again. Once that is done, now you cover the bowl with a clean kitchen towel and you let it rest for at least an hour, because you want the dough to rise. And that's what the baker's yeast does. Next, please. Okay, next, once you've let it rest, you want to heat up, I say 2 cups of oil in a medium saucepan, but it really depends on the size of the saucepan you're using. But basically you want enough oil in there that there's at least 2 or 3 inches of oil in your saucepan. So the way that you're gonna cook the beignets is you're gonna grab the dough with your hand and try to make, just scoop it up and try to drop kind of like little droplets into the oil. And the way that you know if the oil is hot enough is if the beignets like rise up and float in the oil. If your beignets don't float, it means your oil is not hot enough and you need to wait. So yeah, you're gonna cook them in the oil just until they become like the color in the picture. And that's about 2 to 3 minutes, no more than 4 minutes on each side. Next, please. And that's it. Thank you for listening. Here I included a photo of how the beignets are usually sold in the street with other different like street snacks. So usually you just walk up to like some old lady in the street and she'll sell them to you for like a handful for 20 cents. So yeah, thank you.
Josh, who is next?
Yeah, who is next?
I am next.
Next is Mary. Sorry.
No, you're good. All right, you guys, my name is Mary. Today I'm going to teach you how to cook some chicken tortilla soup. It's not really special to me in any way. I just like Mexican American food and it's pretty yummy. Can you hit next, please, Josh? All right. So these are all of the ingredients that you'll need. You'll need half of a white onion, diced, 1 bell pepper, diced as well. I like to add a jalapeno in there. All right, tried it last time. It still wasn't spicy enough, but we'll get there one day. You need 1 can of black beans drained, 1 1/4 pound boneless, skinless chicken breasts. They can be frozen or thawed. I always forget to thaw the chicken the night before, so this makes it really convenient. You also need 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes, 6 cups of chicken broth, which is a lot. You can either use 1 packet of taco seasoning, just like the kind that you buy at the grocery store, or you can make your own with a tablespoon of chili powder, 1 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. Yeah, I said that right. 1 teaspoon of sea salt, and then 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Then also to go with your chicken tortilla soup, you need tortilla chips or strips. which you could buy or make at home by yourself. And then toppings like sour cream and shredded cheese and avocado and stuff like that. All right, next please. So to make your soup, you just place all the ingredients like the onion, bell pepper, jalapeno, all that into the crock pot, and you can cook it either at low for 6 to 8 hours or at high for 3 to 4 hours, which is nice and convenient. You just make it in the morning for your busy college life, and then you have food when you come home. And then after it is cooked for a few hours, you remove the chicken breast at the end, and then you it should just shred really easily with a fork. And then you put it back in and stir it all together, and then it's ready to serve. And next slide, please. And that's it. Thank you very much.
That was a very Instagrammable photo when all the ingredients were in there with the different colors and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, that crock pot pic was so good.
I think next we have Isaac.
Hey guys, I'm Isaac, and I will be talking about chai today, which is excellent because I love talking about it. So chai, it's not chai tea because chai means tea in Chinese, so it'd be saying tea. So just chai. Next, I will drop the recipe I used for this in the chat. If you cook and you know your spices, I recommend you do it how you feel. This is not how I spice my chai, but this recipe was 2 cinnamon sticks broken, 2 teaspoons of whole black peppercorns, 10 whole cloves, and 6 green cardamom pods cracked. Personally, I use a lot more peppercorns and a lot more cardamom, and then a little bit more cinnamon, and cloves are give or take on how I'm feeling. The tea, that is actually important. It is Mamri tea, which is also known as CTC tea, which is crush, tear, curl tea. And that is how the leaves are taken and processed and dried to be used. And I've actually found that really important on how chai ends up tasting. So I recommend, it's really cheap, but it's really, really strong black tea. I wouldn't drink a cup of it, but I love it in chai. Next. So pop your spices in the pan, toast them until they're fragrant. Toast until you like how they smell. Sometimes the cinnamon will burn a little faster than the other ones. So it's also dependent on what your favorite spice is. Next, you're gonna pour in 4 cups of water and 2 inches of freshly sliced ginger, and you simmer it for 5 minutes. I sometimes bump it up to 10. Next, you add the Mamri tea, you cover, and you let it brew for 10 minutes, which is steeping the tea. Next, you can add your sweetener. The recipe I linked has brown sugar, honey, and syrup, which is what I used for this. This is the first or so time I've used syrup, and I didn't really care for it. I'm much more on the honey, and I'm much more on like local honey if you can get it. And that's about, they recommend half a cup. That was way too much syrup. Next, you combine with milk. You heat up milk and froth it. I'll heat up milk and then just put it in a mason jar, seal it, and shake it a bunch. It'll get nice and frothed. I pour in the tea. I spoon the heated milk on top, and then I cover with cardamom or cinnamon, and then I drink, and that is it. Thank you.
This one was really excited. I'm gonna make all of these. Did I see like lemon or something in there? Or what was in the, there was one slide that had like yellow.
Ginger. Yep.
That was the ginger.
So I prefer fresh ginger. I've made it with powdered ginger. I've made chai a bunch of different ways, with fresh, with ground, with pre, and I think the fresh ginger does matter.
Oh,
So
there it
Isaac,
is.
you don't recommend this, just box concentrate chai?
No, I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to coffee and tea, and no.
I
I
didn't
love
think-
it.
Any other questions? I'm open to questions about chai.
Oh,
And I love all these pro tips you're all giving. Lauren, you had a question?
yeah. What size? I also like or use like ginger like in my teas and stuff. So like about like what size like root did you use? Like something like your palm, or like did you just like break off something like the size of your finger, or is that just kind of up to?
I would say I use about 2 fingers in this one.
Gotcha.
When I cook it myself and I do my own amounts, I really just eyeball everything to taste. So it's what you like. That's what I like about it.
Question? All right, well, who's our
I need to go baking. I need to go make
I'm next.
things right now.
Nazreen, you're next?
Yeah, Nazreen should be up next.
All right. Thanks, Isaac.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Nisreen. I'm from the Middle East, which is why I made this Mediterranean salad. It's very famous in the Middle East. Where I came from, we do that salad almost like every day. It's very healthy, very delicious, and it's called tabbouleh. You're gonna need for this salad is finely chopped parsley with tomatoes, onion, bulgur, soaked for 30 minutes, not cooked. And you can find that at like international supermarkets. I don't think I saw it like in any American stores, honestly. So yeah, you're gonna want to soak that for 30 minutes, and then you're gonna mix everything together, and you're gonna season it with olive oil, lemon juice, and salt. And then I also have made a video of how to make it. Please click on the link. And yeah, that's it. Do you guys have any questions? Please let me know.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it's really good. You
And
should make it.
I think you can get bulgur. I've seen it at Sprouts. So if
Oh,
anybody
you have? Okay.
looking for like more like a health food oriented store, you can probably find some bulgur. But I should make it. It looks so good.
It's really good, yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
use
we
like
eat
a
lot this in Brazil. We love this kind of Mediterranean salad. And I was trying to find the term in English is bulgur that I found here, because I like to mix it with meat, prepare, I don't know the name in here, it's kibe in Brazil. I don't know the name here.
That's cool.
do you soak like a cup of the bulgur or like half a cup? Or I guess it
think
depends on how much you're making.
it depends on how many people you're doing it for. So like if you're doing it for one person, I would say maybe like half cup. But yeah, you want to put like not too much. You want to put more of vegetables and a little of bulgur, not a lot of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Are there typical like meals or times that you would have this or like pair it with something else?
So yeah, you can do this like with meals. So yeah, dinner, lunch. And then I know like some people where I came from Syria, and They literally make that in like celebration. Like if there's birthday celebration party, they make it like to the side and people literally eat it. It's really good. Yeah.
Does this keep pretty well in the fridge overnight, or is this like typically a one and done type of meal?
Yeah, you can keep it for maybe like 2 days, and then after that, like the vegetables won't taste fresh anymore. But yeah, you can keep it at least for 2 days.
All right, that was so good. Who is
Thank you. And then I think Anna is, yeah.
all right?
Thank you.
Joshua, I had the new presentation, if you remember.
I do. I can't seem to pull it up.
Okay.
Can we work with this? Or
Yeah,
what we
no,
could
no.
do- You
No,
sure?
no, totally. Yeah. It
I
was
can
just more
also
in
make it so you
detail.
can share your screen.
No, it's okay. It's the same recipe. I just had more slides, but it's okay. There are no problem with that. Okay, starting off. Hi, I'm Anna, and today I'm gonna present pasta alla ligure kind of dish. I'm from Italy, so pasta, it's basically what I eat every single day. So Italians thought about different ways to put together ingredients. For this particular type of pasta, short type of pasta, it's prepared. So for example, penne, it's a good option. And then green beans, potatoes, Parmesan cheese, and pesto. I thought of a recipe for around like 4 people. We will start with potatoes just because they take longer to cook. So you just peel, wash, and cut in dices 2 potatoes. After that, you put them in a pot and fill up of it with water. It has to be enough to cover all the potatoes, and then you let them cook for 40 minutes. In the meantime, you put the green beans to boil if they are fresh. If they're canned, you can just put them in a pan. Remember to put some oil on the bottom so your kitchen doesn't explode. And after that, you put some water to boil. Please remember to put salt, and then to drain it when it's al dente. And after that, you just mix the pasta with pesto, and then drain the potatoes and mix all together. Yeah, that's it. And you can add Parmesan cheese if you want on top, if you prefer or not. It's really good. Eat it every time. It's from a particular region that I'm not from, but it's pretty good. And you can have your carbs and vegetables all together. That's all.
And Anna, for the pesto, do you tend to make the pesto fresh if your family's eating this, or do you just buy pesto pre-made?
Here in the United States, we buy it pre-made from Costco. It's pretty good. Otherwise, because I don't know how to make it in here.
Oh, okay.
Like in the United States. Sometimes in Italy, you can find it fresh. Because I live 2 hours from like this particular region, so it's more common to have it over there. But yeah, so it's totally fine if you buy it at the supermarket.
Thanks.
Welcome.
But you can find barilla here in the United States. Barilla, I know it's very common, but it's a good pasta, right, Anna?
You can find the barilla pasta in the United States. The problem is that they are produced in the United States. So the texture is not the same. We buy the Chico. It's a little bit more expensive because of the importing taxes, but that's produced in Italy. And on the argument that we had before about like boiling stuff and cooking stuff at altitude, pasta definitely has like an impact too, because instead of boiling for 8 minutes, it boils for like 15, and it's kind of weird.
Good tip. I will buy the Chico right now.
Yeah.
Will you write the name of the pasta brand that you
of course.
Chat?
Yeah.
Do you find that the al dente like time on the side of the boxes are good, or do you eyeball that?
I honestly eyeball that every time, but that's pretty good. It doesn't have to be too soft or too hard. And that's like, because you also have to consider that once you drain it, it will pass some minutes, so it will continue to cook. Especially in my recipe when you have to add the vegetables together. But that's a pretty good time. You have to consider that we are in Denver, Colorado, so it might be like 2 or 3 minutes off sometimes.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Isaac, I usually try to watch for color. So once it's like more evenly like a pale yellow versus when it's like a darker yellow, that's how I know the sauce is almost getting close to done, is less about time and more about, noticing. And then you just like scoop a piece out and you test it.
Yeah, for sure.
Double
That's
check.
essential to do. Perfect. Thank you so much.
I have a question about the green beans. You mentioned like canned and fresh, but what if they're frozen? Those are the ones I buy most of the time.
I will consider that more as fresh, so you have to let them defrost and then boil them, if that's what I'm understanding.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, because canned sometimes they're like pre-cooked, so you put on the pan for like 10-15 minutes max, but that's already cooked. But yeah, that's what I know, but I'm not sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I did something really embarrassing to myself. And the other day, I had some homemade pesto because my partner's mom makes it fresh. And so I bought a bunch of ingredients for a pesto dish, spaghetti, zucchini, tomatoes, and fresh Parmesan cheese to grate. And then I made it, and I never put the pesto on it. And I ate it, and I put like a bunch of Parmesan cheese on it, like a lot. And then afterwards, he was like, did you like mean for the pesto to go in there? And I'm like, it had been a long day.
Yeah, I forgot the first time that I made it, and then I remade it, and this is basically the final dish. I did it today with my brother. It's pretty good, but yeah, I remember your pesto, please.
Oh, let's check this thing out. Let's put it on the big screen. Can we see it again?
Oh yeah. And then wait, I'm gonna say something so it'll make you be the speaker. I have mine in speaker view.
It was because
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, but yeah,
it looks so good.
it's really good. Yeah, but yeah, you can basically put everything together with pasta, and it's good. But yeah.
That is a really true truth. Everything with a little pasta. All right, who is next for us? Claudia?
Oh yeah, Claudia, it's the last one, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, guys, my name is Ana Claudia. I'm from Brazil. At the beginning, I thought about preparing a typical Brazilian dish, but I thought it would be too hard to find ingredients here in the United States. And even if you find it, it would be expensive. I bought because I miss my my Brazilian food, but I was trying to choose a recipe that to honor my heritage, because I'm a Ventilati. My great grandfather's from Italy, so I choose an Italian dish. Okay, so these are dinner recipe. In fact, these are real photos for the dinner that I prepared for myself at the Easter day to eat alone, but whatever. It's a steak with black truffle risotto. Next. So these are the ingredients. The main thing is this packaging right here. It's a black truffle risotto. Okay, I bought it at TJ Maxx. So it's very accessible. It's $3.99. So it's very good. Okay, it's imported. It's from Italy, so you are really getting the real stuff. So you need this package of rice with the black truffle. You can find with white truffle too, but I prefer the black one. Chicken broth, of course, you can prepare your own broth, but let's keep simple, bought in a box, and just do it. Okay. You need onions. In this recipe and at the box, they didn't mention garlicky, but I put some for because I need a little taste of garlic. I think it's complement everything. White wine, as you can see, you don't have to buy a very expensive one. I just bought a package with small bottles of wine, and then you use the small bottle for the entire recipe. I use salted butter, Parmesan cheese, lots of Parmesan cheese. I steak, salt and pepper, okay? Next. So this is the recipe. So it's in the other side of that package of black risotto, the black truffle risotto. So you can follow the instructions and you'll be fine. The only thing that I added at the recipe was the garlic, okay? So to prepare the full dinner, you have to start with the risotto because the risotto takes some time. When the risotto is almost done, so you start the steak preparation, okay? Follow the steps described here and be aware that risotto is about timing. It's different to prepare a regular rice that you put water and leave there and the water evaporate by itself and that's it. Risotto, it's about putting the broth step by step, little by little, and stir and stir and stir. It will take around 20 minutes to prepare the risotto, okay? And and the same thing that pasta, you don't want to eat too hard risotto and not too soft one, something that is melty. It should be al dente, okay? So let's see the photos. So I used a red onion. That's the onion that I had at the time. So this is because the color, the first one. So you put the onions, cut in very little pieces with the garlic. And I use olive oil, okay? I don't use regular oil to fry it. I think the extra virgin olive oil, it's another thing to prepare some, especially the Italian dish. So, and after that, you put the rice. You keep frying just for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then you put the white wine. You put the white wine and you stir a little, just trying to evaporate the alcohol, so you not feel the alcohol in the entire dish. So as you can see, I have the broth in another separate pan, and it should be hot, okay, to put inside the risotto. So I use this kind of spoon to put little by little and stir and stir and stir. And this is the intermediate step. And you can see that the risotto, you become more, the volume will be enhancing. And this is the final result of the risotto. At the end, you can put, some butter and Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese for me, it's the it's the main touch for the final result. Next. So for the steak is very simple, just salt and pepper. You grill one side 5 minutes, the other side 5 minutes, and then you put. I used iron frying pan. And I put the iron frying pan inside the preheated oven. for 10 minutes. Okay, it's very fast. If you like the medium, if you prefer a well-done steak, you can put in 50 minutes. Of course, this amount of time depends how thick is your steak. Okay, so you have to try to regulate. After you took off from the oven, leave it alone, because if you could, as soon as you take off from the oven, all the juices will escape from the steak, and the steak will be very dry. So left it to rest for about 3 to 5 minutes, just so the juices you penetrate again inside the steaks, and when you cook it, you not have a dry steak as a result. Okay, next. So this is the final plate. Of course, I put more Parmesan cheese over the risotto. To put inside the risotto, I use the grated one. But on top of the risotto, I use the shaved one because I think it's better. I think it tastes better. And you can buy the shaved one in packages at the supermarket. But if you prefer, I think the taste is better if you just buy a piece of Parmesan cheese and shave it at the time that you'll be serving the dinner, okay? That's it. If you want, you can serve it with as a side dish, a salad, a green salad, but I think this dish is phenomenal. You can also put some olive oil on top of the risotto. And also, I prepared this full recipe is for 4 people, okay? So I just ate a small amount of the risotto. And then I was thinking about trying to teach you to prepare arancini. This is Anna, I'm pretty sure that Anna knows. It's trying to prepare some small balls fried with leftover risotto. It's pretty cool. So you have something that is left over, but you create another totally different dish. You can take the risotto, put something inside. It can be crab meat. You can be pieces of mozzarella, and you form the small balls, put in the breadcrumbs, and then fry. That's it, okay? So guys, thank you very much.
Wow, that looks so good. What's your favorite cut of steak for this sort of meal? Oh, you're on mute again. Sorry. Yeah, Anna, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. It's the filet or the top sirloin steak. It's
okay.
Go for good.
Does anyone have any questions about steak and risotto other than can you cook it for us right now?
I'm just craving Italian food so badly right now. Like, honestly, I need food. But
Yeah. Yesterday I prepared because everything that I'm doing now is cooking and running to burn the calories. So yesterday I prepared leek quiche. It's a French recipe. It's good. It was good.
That sounds very good. Any other questions? Well, everybody did such a good job. It's really time for me to go make dinner, I guess, because I'm so hungry. And I want to thank all of our ELP participants who put this on. I think it was so fun to see you all share just different parts of who you are and the things that you love. And I'm really proud of the work you all put into this event today. Courtney, do you have anything to share?
Besides this event, we should stay on our ELP people just to connect afterwards, but you all did amazing. I need to make all these recipes immediately. Does anyone from ELP want to say anything to wrap up the event?
Fun 9 weeks, guys.
Sabrina, what are you eating? What'd you get to fill up?
I was watching your everybody's PowerPoints and I got hungry and ordered Taco Bell.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just got to get the bell. I understand.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
All right, well, I'm going to stop the recording now, but all the LP folks stay on, and for our fun guests, Sabrina and everybody else, Lauren, etc., thank you so much for joining in today.